The Hardcore Record Podcast, episode 24. Being able to speak with friends about their bands and the music is always a pleasure to hear what they have to say and their passion. Enjoy this episode of 216 from the Jersey Shore area and go check them out.
Hey, Bri.
Hey, nice to have you back, man.
Yes, it's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Hey. Let me see if this is cranked. Okay.
Well, that's some great banners in the background there.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is the practice space. Want to see it?
Yeah.
Look.
Oh, you just got situated.
There's a bass rig over there. There's the drums. See the drums?
Nice.
And then,
I just got my oldest kid into Danzig.
We can do some work. We can work out if we want to.
Oh, shit.
Guitars.
All right.
Yeah.
Danzig's great for the kids. It's still kind of cartoonish.
Yeah,
There's still like
Yeah.
cartoonish stuff going on.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, welcome, and let's just get started. All right, we're with the band 216, and give me your names.
I'm Pat.
Yep.
I'm Rob.
All right. How'd you guys get started playing in this thing?
I'm Pat. Me and Rob have been playing together for a long time, and we used to have a band called Pat Sullivan and the Knives, and that sort of just stopped happening. And basically, this band has been ongoing, like, I don't know, sporadically. It just, whenever I get a show, I'll call Rob, and if Rob's available to play, he knows the songs. And lately, what our problem has been finding like a steady bass player. So our other Pat over here lived down the street, and we know his brother pretty well, and he just started jamming with us, and it just became 216 is where we actually practice on Long Beach Island and Ship Bottom, and that's the name of the band is 216. It's just the address of where we practice. But also, there's a lot of music history in that apartment. It's just an apartment on LBI, and my brother and his wife actually started a family in the same place in '94, and now my nephew, my brother's son, is living in 216 now, and he took over the apartment. But for many years, there's been like so many bands that were started there, so many songs have been written there. So I just wanted to name the band 216 because I thought it was just a good place to come together and create more music. And I was living there at the time, so it all just worked out. And me and Rob have this ongoing thing. What is it like?
Yeah, there's a piece of paper with both of our names signed on it, and it says, I guess I wrote it, right?
Yeah.
It says, Patrick, if you write the songs, I'll play them.
Yeah, it's been like that for like over 10 years. But
And then you got it notarized. And
Yeah,
now,
that's
now it's a legal document.
You need a notary public to get it notarized.
And Pat, we're all in different other bands sporadically too, but for me, this is sort of like, I'm usually playing drums for another band called Figured Out, and when I wrote songs over the years, and like Rob agreed to, he's gonna play if I write them, and we've been just doing that, and Pat came in the mix, and everything just gels nice, and everything sounds great. And besides the Knives back in the day, I actually feel like this is actually like a steady band, and I can actually like do stuff, and that's why we're actually more active now than we ever have been before. So
Yeah, and the cool thing about the songs that Pat's written, when we had the full band, the Knives, there was a keyboard player, there was a second guitar player, there was like a lot of elements to it, and we did a lot of stuff as that band, which was cool. We played a lot, we recorded some stuff, but it was just hard to like keep everybody I don't want to say interested, but like, people started going in different directions and things were happening. People were having babies and stuff, so it just kind of like fizzled out. But the songs are still there. We didn't want them to just go away. You know what I mean? So now we have the fucking power trio here, and we just stripped it down, and it's just bass, guitar, drums, same melodies, same lyrics, same songs, but mostly.
Yeah,
some of them we cut.
Yeah,
but.
like I wrote some, like we recorded like the New Beginning. We just put on all the streaming stuff, and that was actually recorded like almost 15 years ago, and
Crazy
my brother was
that long.
playing bass on that, but Pat is playing on us now. But basically, the songs like Rob said, like I wrote some new songs, and then we're still playing songs that I wrote in 1996 in high school, but like the songs never had like a life, and the reason why I keep bringing the songs up to Rob and like whoever's and Pat's in the band now, like I just love the songs. I never really got a chance to do much with them, and I wanted to give them some life. And now with Pat playing with us, like I said, everything just gels together, and like it just sounds like we actually have like a sound, you know what I mean? So it's pretty awesome now. So
Yeah, I was excited to see it. Cool. Sounds good. When did you get started in punk rock?
Who?
Yeah, all three of us probably have three different stories.
Yeah.
No, it's all right.
And I could ramble on and on about it, but I mean, the cool thing about when I first met Patrick, he was playing drums for Figured Out. He's a couple of years younger than me. What, 2 years? Yeah, 2 years younger. But he and the other guys in Figured Out, they were like already crafting like really great punk songs with like melody and changes and like, and then my, the band that I was in, the first band I was in, they got us our first show, and it was cool because we sounded nothing alike, but we were all friends, and we all part of the same friend group, but it was cool because like these guys were a couple years younger and crafting these really great fucking songs, and it was pretty fascinating to me because I had just learned how to play my drums and I'm just banging away like an idiot, and these guys are just making like really great pop punk songs with like melody and stuff, and it was always cool because whenever there were shows locally, we would always play together. You know what I mean? And it was crazy to me when I first met Patrick. This was what, 30 something years ago. Long time ago, 30 years plus. I only knew him as a drummer. And then he's like, "Oh, I have these songs that I wrote." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You write songs?" And then it like, then we added like, we had more friends come in, and the Knives happened, and then we stripped it down. So it's been like a long, like, musical history. Which is amazing. Like it's very rare to come by. I think, maybe, but. I guess when you're living in a smaller town, there's the bands are very incestuous. You know what I mean? Like Pat will play drums for other people. I'll play drums for other people. There's other guitar players that play. You know what I mean? It's just like a lot of people. Yeah. The same people doing different things. Yeah. With their talents, and that's always cool too. Yeah.
I got into, I think, I was thinking about this with Rob, like, before I met Rob, I listened to, like, The Descendants and, like, the Fat Records kind of punk stuff, and when I started hanging out with Rob, he showed me actually a lot of music, and now Pat, he's in a bunch of bands as well, throughout the years, and he's in another band now, but even, like, he's showing me new music with, like, not only punk, like all kinds of music, and like that's what another thing I love about the band is that I think we're like the same but like so different. And for me with like the songs, I was insecure about my songs, but like these guys give me the confidence because my songs are basic, like 3 or 4 chords and a melody, and that's punk rock to me. That's what came out of me, and that's what like is coming out with the 216 stuff. But there's a lot of influence through all 3 of us, and I'm excited about actually writing new stuff with these guys because
Hell yeah.
that's another thing for me is I never really wrote music besides being on drums with other people, but I'm excited to write with these guys, and we're going to start doing that maybe tonight after this. So
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
No, it's great. Nice. Good deal.
Yeah. And I don't know, I guess for me, like, I don't know, I was pretty lucky with having, like, a cool older brother and a cool mom and stuff, so, like, a lot of the first music I recall hearing was, like, stuff like Bad Religion and the Misfits, the Clash, you know, like, so like I was kind of inundated with it in a good way growing up, so that was always, I didn't really have a choice in the matter. I was born into a kind of like a punk rock kind of family, so it was, yeah, ingrained, I guess.
Nice. What would you, if you guys could name like 1 or 2 of your biggest influences, what would they be for playing?
I think a lot of the stuff, I mean, forgive me if I'm incorrect, but I get, I think like Sugar and like a lot of like the pop, like,
like Dinosaur Jr. -ish.
Yeah.
That's the kind of vibe that we sort of get from what people like. You sound like Dinosaur Jr. or Bob Mould in some kind of way. So like, and I love both of them. So I guess.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Is that accurate for the band?
Was it the same like getting into music? Did you start playing around the same time you got into punk, or did that come kind of separately?
I definitely did. When I first started playing drums, I actually was in a band called Navalis, and like I never heard of Fugazi, and my singer at that time actually introduced me to Fugazi, and one of the covers that we did was Long Division, and I'm like, I never heard that song until he showed me, and he was an older kid. I was just like 14 or something, and when I heard that kind of stuff, I'm like, wow, like this is like what I want to do and how I want to play. And then I heard all the Fat Record stuff and Bad Religion, and Descendants are obviously, I think, a big influence on all 3 of us. And
oh, for sure.
the drums and the whole band is amazing. So like that's what I was sort of going towards. And for me as a drummer, and even like listening to Dinosaur Jr. and Husker Du and Bob Mould and all these things, just I got in that vibe, and I've been doing it ever since. So this band that we're doing is not as punk, I guess, but it's
punk though.
I don't know what it is. I don't know how you want to say it, but
Yeah, I get wrapped up too sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays where people want to like categorize everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Neil Young
we,
punk, you know?
yeah.
That shit drives
It all
me.
kind of is, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, and you still get it nowadays. I still go to shows and there'll be different types of bands playing. Not a lot, but
I don't know. I always get caught up. At least it's not as like subdivided as like modern metal is, where it's like, no, that's sludge, or that's the different chords.
Yeah.
And whatnot. It gets a
Yeah.
little. I'm like, it's if you like it, you like it.
yeah.
my favorite metal genre that they call nowadays is emo violence. Yeah. I've heard someone refer to like, the screamo bands as like emo violence.
I can see that.
I know. It kind of fits, but I'm like,
Yeah.
it's, whatever.
Would like Law Dispute be emo violence? Like I don't know, like what the I don't know what the parameters would be. You know?
Who is it? Hassan Isaba. You ever listen to them?
Okay.
Yeah.
P29 probably fits in there.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. But
And,
who knows?
I love that shit, and like I've heard it called so many different things. Like people call it scrams, whatever the fuck that is. Like it's just so
Call
weird.
it what?
Scrams. Have you heard this?
No, never heard that one.
Have you heard this? Have you seen this?
It's so weird. And it's like, dude, it's just it's fucking DIY. You know what I mean? Like what?
Yeah.
Why do you need to,
Yeah.
I need to put a stamp on it or a category. Weird. That
Yeah,
shit's
I know.
Sometimes
If they scream, I call it screamo, and that's it. You know.
Yeah.
Nice.
That Billy Joel song, it's all scram to me.
Good stuff. So I guess right, you started playing. What made you? I mean, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but how was the recording process with this new EP? Because you went out somewhere and you got it recorded and went into the studio.
Our buddy John, that is actually the singer, figured out had a home studio, and we actually recorded there in his home studio in his basement, and that's what the New Beginning EP was recorded at, and John went to school for all that stuff, so he did I think he did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Again, like we recorded that a while back, and like I said, like I never put it on like streaming because I just didn't know if it would gonna keep going. Like that's the thing with this band. I always think like in 10 years we'll play another show, and then but lately things have been actually more active and happening, so we're trying to keep that going. Instead
The momentum?
the momentum, yeah. So, but when John recorded that, it was fun. We recorded it in his basement, and we just did the basic like recording, I guess, formula. Like we did tracking, and
Yeah, I feel like it was more of just like a documentation
yeah,
of the songs. You know, like we didn't want them to just disappear.
exactly, yeah.
So we wanted some kind of like recording and documentation of it, and then, you know, as the band morphed and grew and changed, those songs never went away. Like we whenever we would get together to practice, those were the ones that we would play, and they're in the set list now. You know what I mean? So it was kind of silly to not do anything with it. You know? So yeah, now it's up on streaming. But it's not. I mean, it's me and Patrick, but Patches isn't on that recording. But he plays those songs now. Like he does the bass for those songs
And
now.
he does his own version.
He does
of it,
a much
which is-
better job of it too. Not to disparage, you know, whoever your brother played bass on that recording. Okay, not to disparage Peter. He did a fucking great job. He's his own, you know, animal.
Yeah.
He was one of the most prolific songwriters in this area. I feel like he
He's
put
a-
out so much music.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. In that apartment, in 216.
In 216, he's the reason why
That guy would just write all the fucking time. He was just a machine.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty remarkable. And it was cool that he was like, yeah, I'll put bass tracks to that. You know what I mean? But now, you know, Patches has his own stamp on it, and it kind of made what we're doing now what it is. Like it's a little different, but the you know the melodies are there, the songs are there,
The meat.
the meat.
Yeah,
The meat.
Yeah. So yeah, like it was more of just like a documentation, but now that we're playing, those songs are in the set, and it's kind of who we are.
Yeah, and if
Yeah.
people are
The three of
into
us.
it, they can actually check it out now instead
Yeah.
of like maybe they'll actually check it out and know a song or two.
Yeah.
And recently we just recorded at Little Eden in Asbury Park, and
Yeah, that's cool.
we just recorded one song, and it's an oldie that the Knives used to play, but for me it was one of my favorite songs that I wrote, and again, like that's really what it is. Like I just want to get like it out in the world and document it, because like I don't want it to be lost, because I've been in so many bands and played drums on so many songs and I don't even know how to even get a hold of any of those songs. They're just lost.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and I don't want to do that with
Right.
these songs. So that's why.
Someone probably has a shitty cassette tape
Yeah,
somewhere.
I know that. Yeah, it's
Maybe
crazy.
that.
So
Yeah.
like when we recorded this time, it was special because it was very comfortable. Where we recorded Little Eden, Pete recorded it from the Bouncing Souls, and
Yeah.
and
Shout out to Pete.
yeah, and he made us feel real comfortable. And
He was
and-
awesome to work with.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's great.
And,
It
and
was. It was great.
when Pat was doing his bass lines, what I love, no offense, Rob, of our version of the songs now is like I just love listening to Pat's bass because
Yeah,
it's just
stop.
so different and it makes the
Oh.
songs different and I just love it.
It'll
And
make me blush.
but it was so much fun recording that one song because like it's our version of it. It's not the Knives version of it, and
Yeah.
it just feels good. And this, even though the song's old, we're actually we're waiting for another mix, and then we're gonna get our buddy Charlie to master it, and then we're gonna just, I guess, put it out in the world as like a single. And for
Yeah.
me, that's kind of weird, but I know that's how things go on nowadays. Like, when I used to record, we used to do a whole album and
Yeah.
stuff.
But now with streaming, you have the means to do these kind of things.
yeah.
You know
So,
what I mean? Like no one else. You don't really need anyone to hold your hand. You can just do it.
Yeah.
Just get it.
Yeah,
out
because
here.
honestly, like when I see a single or a couple songs come out from a band, I'm immediately like, yes, great, let me go listen to that. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I can listen to music all day at work, so I have that opportunity. But yeah, you mentioned something I was gonna touch on. I forget what you said. Something in the middle there.
You're supposed to be
Oh.
taking notes, Brian.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah. No, I just lost my thought for a minute. I got it. No, I was just gonna say, like, yeah, it'd be great to now hear what you were talking about with the difference in the bass if I was down there. How is Asbury now? Because I really haven't been down there in years.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. I mean, my old bands used to play there quite a bit at like the Saint, the Wonder Bar, and all those places. But most recently we were there to record, but I can't tell you the last time I played a show in Asbury. It's been probably almost 10 years or so.
I think the last time I played was at the Old Lanes on like my 30th birthday. Which
Yeah.
is 20
I
fucking
remember
years
that.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a while. Well, no, wait. Did I? No. Oh.
Yeah, probably has been that long, man.
Yeah, maybe it has been. I think I'm in another band. Maybe, I think. But we were supposed to play Wild Air, but we had to cancel because our guitar player hurt his neck. But I'm pretty sure that would have been the first time I played there in a long time.
It'll be good to be back.
Yes.
I guess. Yeah.
Also, R.I.P. to Saint. Just want to say that.
Yeah,
I
man,
missed that
fuck.
place.
Oh my god, I know.
Ooh.
The sound at the Saint was the
It's-
fucking best.
I never figured out played at the Saint back in the day, but I never played there except the Saint, playing drums for Figured Out, and I played a show at Wild Air not too long ago with Figured Out, and it was fun.
Yeah, how was it?
Yeah, it was at the same place we're playing. Our buddy Mike from Poor Man puts on these shows locally, and they're really the ones who got us sort of like getting out there. And Joy from the House of Trash has a place in Bricktown, and she puts on shows there, and she helped us out. So like, from not playing in Asbury, the only places I seem to be playing is Asbury now, which is a big part of that for me that I noticed is Mike is putting on these shows and trying to get bands going and helping bands like us to try to get like more active and stuff. But I know Pat, I've seen Pat's old bands play in Asbury, so I know he has like probably a lot more history than I do there. But I heard the scene's good, but I don't really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because a lot of the bands that were like Asbury bands that we were playing with are now like living in like Western Jersey or up in New York or out in Philly. So it's kind of, I'm a little my information's all, obsolete at this point. But it'll be fun to get back up there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what happens. Time passes and things change, and you're just never sure what you're getting yourself into.
As long as Silver Ball's still there, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I find myself at shows
we
being.
just want to play a show.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at too. A show's a show. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be a good time.
yeah.
I'll play in a parking lot to 6 people. I don't really care.
Yeah.
It never
Yeah.
mattered to me, but I just want to do it. But I'd be remiss if we didn't mention Cheeks DIY in Forked River.
my
We
God,
played there
yes.
too.
Yeah.
At
Nice.
Duncan House, and it was
Oh
It
my
was
God,
fucking
that
awesome.
place is amazing.
yeah. It's
And
just
That's
such a-
at his house, right?
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
in
Yeah.
his basement, and
Such-
it's
such a great
amazing.
space.
I couldn't even. The first time I was there was when we were playing, and I was just blown away how organized everything is, and
yeah.
it's figured out. N216 played our first show there together, and they never had a fight, and Figured Out played, and it was their first
The
fight
first
there
ever fight at
ever,
Cheeks
and Figured
DIY.
Out just playing like we're just playing stupid.
It was
shit.
during a fucking Descendants
Yeah, it
cover
was during
too.
a Descendants song.
What?
So,
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, like mid-song.
yeah,
That's kind of
Yeah.
impressive, actually.
But,
I didn't even do that.
we felt bad because we're like, this is not what we're about. Like no one
Yeah.
even gives a shit about us usually.
Yeah,
So like,
you always feel guilt. There's a sense of guilt when it's like someone gets in a fight during your band. You're like, but that's not who we are. It's
Yeah.
not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
and Cheeks is a great place to locally for any they. If you are on the road and you need a place to play, look up Cheeks in Forked River.
Yeah, they'll put
and,
you up.
and they'll
for
put
sure.
you up, and it's
Yeah.
a really good place.
Yeah.
And it's like
Great
local
spot.
for us. It's only like a couple of towns over, so it's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. And online, I think he's what? Cheeks DIY.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then-
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then Mike is Poor Man, New Jersey,
Poor Man.
right?
Yeah,
Or
Mike's
Poor Man
Poor Man,
NJ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And good, like everyone that turns out is cool, and a lot
Oh,
of people
yeah,
like it was
yeah.
like
Right, yeah.
it was like a rainy Thursday afternoon, and it was still packed.
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
still packed. I was
It was
like, yo,
awesome.
this is sick.
Yeah.
Everyone still like showed up, and it was a good
It
time.
was fucking February, I think.
Yeah.
It wasn't a mild day, It was
Yeah.
I
like,
know.
and it's been there for a while. It blew my mind that I didn't even know it existed until like I reached out and we got a show there, and this has
Yeah.
been going on for years. And I'm like, why have I not seen this?
Yeah,
But
right.
now, hopefully, we're working on getting shows there again, and that will happen. We just gotta make it happen. But
Yeah, that's cool. I'm definitely jealous because living up in Massachusetts now, and all these great places are happening like locally to where I literally lived.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
town. And I don't get to see it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right.
You're probably kicking yourself. Where the fuck was this 20 years ago?
Yeah. I do often time to time when I see stuff like that. But no, it's all good. I catch shows up here.
yeah, it's great.
On a side note, Casket Lottery Small Brown Bike being on tour. You see that?
yeah, we got tickets.
Yeah, we're going.
So did I up here. Yeah.
Who is that?
That's
Uh,
cool.
Small Brown Bike.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oscar Lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing in Philly. We
I
got
don't-
tickets for that.
I don't think I realized Casket Lottery was on that bill.
Yeah, they are.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's in small. It's small print.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
like in big print. Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
Take me
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool. They're playing as a three-piece. Sadly, they lost Travis, but
Yeah.
I think they're just playing as a three-piece.
Oh,
And
wow, okay.
As a three-piece ourselves, that for me, that's exciting. I just want to watch it and experience that and just like
Yeah.
get their vibes.
You think they'll do the split songs together then?
I think it would make sense.
If they don't, that's
it would be
criminal.
kind of weird. Yeah.
If they don't, I'm walking out, right? Yeah.
I mean, if they don't, I understand, but if they do, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that might happen.
If they don't, you're gonna split.
Yeah,
um. So you guys just plan on just continuing playing and doing shows,
Hell yeah.
and
Yeah.
making new music. Anything else beyond that, really?
We're just gonna, and like I said, for me, doing this singing and playing guitar and these guys, like, it's been a while since I've done this kind of stuff, but now that we have something kind of solid, we want to make it work and try to get more shows. And because like with the Knives, we were doing a good run with that, but like it just swiveled. Yeah, but that's the beauty of like me and Rob and Pat's in the equation now. So hopefully this just stays. And even if we don't play a show in 5 years, we'll go, Pat, or you guys, whoever's ready, you want to play a show, and then we'll play a show. It's unless things actually start happening, but we don't have any expectations. We're just happy to be playing. And for me, it gives me, like, music and being in a band with my friends, the music is very important, but I think just hanging out with these guys is just as important as that. And
I think it's important too, especially as we get older. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. You know, I just turned 50 a couple of weeks ago, and you know, I don't take this shit for granted at all. You know what I mean?
No.
It's so great to get a phone call or a text and be like, "Hey, you want to get together this week and jam?" Of course, yes. You know, if it's within my power, you know, because with kids and work, they're you know, the schedules are hard to make happen. but yeah, no, like any chance I can, I will, you know.
Let's go with a few little fun questions here. Any style of hardcore, punk, or metal that you don't like?
He probably doesn't like all the stuff I like. All the Fat and Epitaph stuff that I like, Rob doesn't like.
It's not for me, but
yeah, Rob and I have very similar tastes in music.
Yeah. But okay, so with that said, here's the thing. I do like lots of different styles of music. You know what I mean? Like, but I am very picky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk shit on anybody because, okay, and let me.
It's okay not to like something. I don't see it as talking shit.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that I can't appreciate the effort that goes into the songs that the bands that I don't like are writing, and because there's a lot of work and effort that goes into it. I can appreciate that, but if it just doesn't get my toe tapping, or if something happens that makes me cringe, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's okay. You do your thing.
More for you.
Yeah, right. More for everyone else. Leave me out of it. You know.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things that I don't like, but there's also a lot of things that I do like, and they're all.
What's your favorite style of underground music? Then.
Man, I don't know. That's so hard to say because, I guess, okay. So, first getting into it, it was all straight edge hardcore for me. You know what I mean? And I can still listen to some of those old straight edge hardcore bands and get chills and just love it, and I'm happy about it. You know what I mean? But then there's also, like the whole Evolution scene in the 90s, like that shit's real important to me too. You know what I mean? Because that was the first time I realized, you can make a band and sing about important issues, women's rights, trans rights, queer rights, things like that, and you can put it out there, and not everybody's going to be into it, not everybody's going to like it, but you do it because, it's part of who you are. It's part of something that you feel needs to be said and recognized and seen and heard. And I feel like that Evolution scene was that. You know what I mean? Like they would play shows and not get paid and just raise money for whatever or organization or something that they really believed in. And there are bands that do that now, but I just feel like in the early 90s, mid 90s, like that scene was just untouchable. You know what I mean? And this is coming from somebody that grew up in New Jersey that was used to hearing, like, I guess in the mid 90s there was just a lot of like pop punk and stuff. stuff that was cool, but I don't know, like it was it just didn't really resonate with me the way.
And it's funny with me, like, I think that's why we're opposite in that way, because I'm not into poppy like Descendants, and I like melody and all that stuff, and I'm not a huge fan of like Scream or whatever core it is, Apple core, whatever.
Apple core.
I like Apple core, I think.
I like that.
But that's what I love about this band is like we're just three people with three different tastes, but we like some of the same stuff and we put our own twist in it. And I think that could be underground music, and that's definitely punk rock for me, is like whatever's just different for you and makes you feel good musically for me and for people around you and the message. And I think that like that's for me what I think like I try to just gravitate to. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Yes.
with Patty Boy.
So yeah, I don't know. Like, in terms of like subgenres of like the punk, metal, hardcore world that I'm not really as much into, it's like, I don't know. I guess because like when I was going to high school, that was kind of like the peak of like the the Fall Out Boy kind of like revival of pop punk or emo or whatever, and like. In hindsight, I realized I was being kind of a bratty little douche because I was always like, "You guys should be listening to Lifetime. This shit sucks."
Yeah,
I was just
I'm still like that. Yeah.
but, in hindsight, I was kind of cringy about it. So I was like, but like, so like a lot of that stuff, like, so when I try to go back and listen to like, I always hear like the first two Saves the Day records are great. I can't get into it just because like of when I was going to high school, it just reminds me of all that shit. So it's like I can respect the influence it had or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, certain bands like Lifetime or Kid Dynamite kind of bridge that gap where I'm like, nah, even though it kind of sounds like the stuff that influenced the stuff I couldn't really stand, like
It's still more real.
it's still awesome. But like, I don't know, I think a lot of those kind of like earlier pop punk or emo bands, I kind of like, I haven't necessarily given them a fair shake because it just kind of reminds me of the stuff that was coming big when I was in high school and stuff.
And I didn't want to name names, but that's the kind of shit I'm talking about that I can't get into. I just fucking hate it. I can't.
Yeah,
It's all good.
I think I just started realizing like a few years ago, I'm like, yeah, I guess Blink-182, they put together pretty good songs. I just can't,
That's what I'm saying.
objectively, they craft pretty well written songs.
I can appreciate that, but I'm not going to fucking
like,
buy
I
their
don't know.
records. I'm just not.
Can't get on board 100%
Not going to go
with
see
it.
them. Not going to buy their records.
No, there's sometimes my kid will be like, "Oh, have you ever listened to this band?" I can't think of a name right now, but at times I'll just be like, "No, no." I draw the line. That's where I draw the line. I think it was like Linkin Park, and I was like, "No."
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, but you can
that-
like him if you want, but I told her no.
That's
no.
some of the other shit that really gets under my skin too.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about the new metal. I guess that seems like kind of like that's everyone's answer.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I feel like when that shit came out, it kind of like commodified the stuff that I grew up on. You know what I mean? Like it kind of like they were like the hot topic of hardcore. You know what I mean? And it just fucking made me so mad.
Well, we were used to like raw recordings too, right? And then all of a sudden things changed, and that new metal was like this well-produced recording.
Production, yeah. And they had like, they just had like people like not like dancing to their music, but to hurt people, not to have fun, and that shit bothered me a lot. Like I don't know. It was just weird. And then you would see, like, Linkin Park opening for Sick of It All, and it's like, fuck, no.
I know.
But it's kind of weird though, because it's almost like they took. I feel like the bass and the drums had the most influence on that new metal shit. Cause it's like you hear like, even like a song like even like we're talking about Fugazi before. Even there's like some Fugazi grooves where like, oh, I can see where that band took it, but then they didn't
turn it into shit.
They didn't like the other. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if you sat down with Limp Bizkit or Linkin Park, it's probably like they probably have good taste in music to some degree, but then it's like
Maybe.
I just don't like what you do with it. You know?
Yeah, right.
It's like I like hip hop too, and I like hardcore too,
Yeah.
but it's like there's a way to
Not
there's
yet.
a way to do it and a way not to.
They're all better than that.
But that being said, they're also millionaires, so
That's
what
true.
do I know? What do I
Yeah,
know?
I guess they're doing something, right?
Yeah, I don't know. That Cribs episode with that one dude from Linkin Park, it was just him with like his dusty DVD collection and shit. I'm like,
dude.
I kind of like this guy. I kind of want to hang out.
I got the same thing at home.
Yeah, like,
Wild.
All right. What's a new band worth mentioning, or an old band worth revisiting, or
Oh,
both?
Jeez.
well, I'm just gonna say new band worth listening to. Me and Rob, we went to go see Homefront,
Homefront,
and
fuck.
outside of Philly, and
Yeah.
they're fucking great. And there's
Very
like
good.
there's like a lot of like new kind of like hardcore adjacent music that's being made, but you could tell they also like factory records and 80s Manchester shit.
Yeah.
So that's like a lot of fun. Like
Yeah,
like
that's definitely
Homefront's
fun.
got a lot of like kind of new ordery bass lines, and
Mhm.
High
Yeah.
Vis is definitely in that mold
Yeah,
as well.
High-Vis
There's
is
a
up
lot
there.
lot of good bands in that kind of vein these days,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. And it's surprising that it hasn't happened sooner. Like, why did it take so long for this to happen? I kinda feel like sometimes.
it's right there.
It's always been right there. But yeah, those two bands in particular are really running with it and doing cool shit with it,
Mhm.
which is cool. Who else? I don't fucking know. That's such a hard question.
Because there's actually a good amount of good music coming out these days.
Yeah,
I feel like the
I
state
know.
of like
It really is.
I feel like
Yeah.
the state of like, you know, indie or alternative or underground or punk rock or whatever, I think it's in a lot better place than it was like 15 years ago or so. I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
there's a lot
Agreed.
of good shit coming
There's a
out.
band, Spiritual Cramp. They're
I've
pretty
heard
cool.
of them.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
kind of do like dancey Clash kind of stuff, but it's like, you know, a little dirty and gritty at times. They do cool shit.
So, from up here, I'll give you a few bands that I think are awesome. They're south. They consider this part of Massachusetts South Shore. They're called The Grain. Straight up, The Graying.
graying. Okay,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The color gray, in
Yeah.
a way. Just metal is all get out. Just
Hell yeah.
rips. Absolutely
cool.
fucking awesome. Riverbed, who I just had on, they were really good.
they're
And
from
Newfolk.
they're from your
Yeah,
town?
they're from New Bedford.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I've been there before.
Yeah. Yeah, you said that New Bedford Fest. Yeah, that you came up
Yeah.
to years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Well,
did.
that town still has a lot of good places. And
That's awesome.
there's like a taco place that puts on shows after
Oh,
hours.
fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's
And
great.
you just go, and I get to see some of these most amazing bands that I'm like, holy shit, you know? I'm like, I don't understand why they're not bigger, but you know, they're just friends playing like you guys, you know, just hanging
There's
out and playing.
There's a hardcore band I like a lot from the South Shore area called Born Cursed.
Yes.
They're worth checking out. They're fucking awesome. They're really cool.
I think they're a little more north.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's a friend of a friend kind of deal. And yeah, they're fucking great. Yeah.
Are they still playing?
I honestly don't know. I was friends with the singer's sister when I was living
Mhm.
up in New York, and she just moved back up to the Massachusetts area. So I honestly don't know what their output is these days. But I remember when she was going, she's like, "You gotta check out my brother's band," and I was like, "This is fucking, this is cool shit."
Gotta check that out.
Yeah, you'd like it, Rob. Yeah. So.
Cool.
And the only new music I've been listening to or hearing about is the bands that are actually local here. A band that we played a bunch of shows with, Break Luck, just came out with like a 3-song EP.
Yeah.
And
What was the name of it?
Break Luck is
Break
the name of the band.
Luck. Yeah, that's you know Mike Caputo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's his new
That's his,
band.
that's his band.
Oh, yeah, I just saw a clip of him the other day. Of that,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
And then Dorothy from Cheeks, she actually has a new band, and she just recorded some stuff, and they're called Bum Ticker. I heard some of the clips of their stuff, but they seem pretty good. I see that they're playing a lot, and hopefully we can jump on some of those shows down the road. But yeah, I don't listen. I listen to new stuff if these guys bring it to me, and I'm still in that like Dinosaur Jr. and old stuff. I always just listen.
Yeah,
to.
you like what you like.
Yeah, I like what I like.
Yeah.
So.
Can't beat the classics.
Yeah.
Can't.
So.
No, you can't. You really can't. Yeah.
Also, Dead
So-
Heat rules too. they're like probably my
Dead
favorite
Heat.
new band. They're fucking great.
What is it?
Dead Heat.
Then he-
They're
Okay.
from like California. They're like kind of like crossover thrash kind of deal, but they're fucking awesome.
That's
Really cool.
great.
Cool. Well, that's all I got. You guys got anything else to add?
Whenever we get this mix and master done for our single will be out streaming sooner than later, I hope. And that song's called Tryin'. It's like an oldie but a goodie, like me and Rob always describe the song. And we just want to give it some life and see what happens. So
Cool.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
San Dimas High School football rules, you know? That's what I said.
All right. Sounds good, guys.
Yeah, Brian, thanks for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Yeah, good deal.
Yeah.